Roth IRA versus 401k. Which will retire you earlier? Have you ever stopped to think about how your finances really compare to everyone else's? Like, how much people actually have saved for retirement? What the average income looks like? Or how much others spend every month? The answers might surprise you, and they'll tell you exactly where you stand. Hey, I'm Matt, and I break down money, investing, and personal finance, so you can actually use it. If you're serious about improving your financial future, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Let's get started. The retirement race begins. Let's get this straight. Both Roth IRAs and 401ks were built to do one thing: help you retire rich, or at least retire without stress. But the path they take to get there? Completely different. A Roth IRA is your personal project. Money you've already paid taxes on goes in, it grows tax-free, and if you play by the rules, you get to take it all out later without paying a single cent in taxes. A 401k, on the other hand, is more of a workplace deal. You contribute money before paying taxes, your employer might match some of it, and you'll pay taxes later when you start withdrawing. So one lets you pay taxes now and relax later. The other lets you skip taxes now, but deal with them when you're older. Sounds simple, but the choice could literally change when and how you retire. The Roth IRA. The Roth IRA was designed for people who want control. You don't need a boss or a company to start one. You can open it yourself through a financial institution. Here's the real perk. You can take out your contributions anytime without penalties or taxes. You can't do that with a 401k. If life throws you a curveball, maybe you lose your job, want to buy a home, or just need emergency cash, your Roth IRA gives you some breathing room. And when retirement hits, every penny, both what you put in and what you earned, can come out tax-free as long as you're 59 and a half and your account is at least 5 years old. It's like paying for peace of mind in advance. There's something comforting about knowing your retirement savings won't be eaten up by taxes later. That's what makes Roth IRAs special. Your money grows completely tax-free. You can contribute at any age as long as you have earned income. And best of all, there are no required minimum distributions, or RMDS. That means you don't have to withdraw your money when you turn 73, like with a 401k. You can just let it sit, grow, and pass it on if you want. But here's the flip side. Since you're contributing after taxes, you don't get an upfront tax break. And the contribution limits? Much smaller. In 2025, you can contribute up to $7,000 if you're under 50, and $8,000 if you're 50 or older. Compare that to a 401k, and the difference is massive. The income cap problem. Now, not everyone can even open a Roth IRA. High earners face income limits. If your modified adjusted gross income, (MAGI), is under $150,000 as a single filer, or $236,000 if you're married and filed jointly, you can contribute the full amount. If you're above that, your contribution limit phases out. That means if you're a top earner, a Roth IRA might not be an option, at least not directly. There's something called a backdoor Roth IRA, a method where you convert a traditional IRA into a Roth. But that move has its own tax consequences, and it's best done with help from a financial advisor. So the Roth IRA is flexible, but not for everyone. The 401k. Now let's flip to the other side. The 401k is the most common retirement tool in America's workplaces. Your employer sets it up, and you contribute straight from your paycheck. No manual transfers, no missed payments. It's automatic. Contributions are made before taxes, which means they reduce your taxable income for that year. You'll pay those taxes later, in retirement, when you start pulling money out. The beauty of a 401k is the employer match. Many companies will match a percentage of what you contribute, usually around 3% to 6% of your salary. That's free money. Here's where the 401k wins big: contribution limits. In 2025, you can put away up to $23,500 before taxes, and if you're 50 or older, you can add an extra $7,500 in catch-up contributions. There's even a new rule that lets people between ages 60 and 63 contribute up to $11,250 extra, depending on the plan. So if you want to stash a serious amount of money fast, the 401k gives you way more room to play with. A 401k isn't perfect. Your investment choices are often limited, usually just a few index funds or target date funds chosen by your employer. You can't invest in anything you want, like individual stocks or ETFs, unless your plan offers a brokerage window. Withdraw money early, before age 59 and a half, and you'll probably face a 10% penalty, plus income taxes on the amount you take out. And once you hit age 73, you're required to start taking RMDS, even if you don't need the money. That can push you into higher tax brackets later in life. Can you have both? Here's a little secret. You don't have to choose. You can actually contribute to both a Roth IRA and a 401k in the same year. Their limits are completely separate. That means you could contribute up to $23,500 in your 401k and $7,000 in your Roth IRA, a total of $30,500 in 2025 if you're under 50. If you're older, the numbers go even higher. It's a strategy that gives you the best of both worlds. How to choose the right one? Here's where you start. If your employer offers a 401k match, always take it first. That's guaranteed. Risk-free money that instantly boosts your returns. Once you're getting the full match, then open a Roth IRA. That way, you'll have tax-free money waiting for you in retirement. Later, when you're earning more, you can decide whether to max out both or stick with one. How to invest in each. If you're setting up a 401k, start by enrolling through your employer's HR portal. Choose how much you want to contribute each month. Even 5% or 10% makes a difference. Your plan might automatically invest in a target date fund that adjusts as you age, but you can also explore other funds if you want more control. Check in once a year to make sure your investments still align with your goals. If you need help, many providers offer professional management. Just watch for fees. For a Roth IRA, you'll have to do a little more yourself. Choose a broker or financial institution, compare fees, tools, and support. Once your account is open, fund it through a transfer or check deposit. Then you'll pick your own investments, maybe a mix of index funds, ETFs, or individual stocks. Unlike the 401k, there's no employer doing the work. It's all you. But the reward is total freedom, which will retire you earlier. Here's the truth. Neither account alone will magically make you retire early. It's how you use them that matters. If you start young with a Roth IRA and consistently contribute, that tax-free growth can explode over time. But if you're someone who has access to a solid employer match and higher income, a 401k can grow faster simply because of those larger limits. So if your goal is early retirement, the real winner might be using both. So, which would retire you earlier? Drop your answer in the comments. I'd love to know how you're planning your future.